Hey there, humans. Welcome back to the channel where we discuss the things keeping you up at night. Today's topic, the robot apocalypse, but not the cool kind with explosions and time travel. No, this is the boring dystopia where you get replaced by a chatbot named Gary. I'm here to tell you which jobs AI is coming for first, and spoiler alert, if you're a data entry clerk watching this, maybe update that resume during the video. Don't worry, I'll wait. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are some jobs AI will never touch, jobs so uniquely human, so beautifully inefficient that no algorithm on Earth could replicate them. So grab your coffee, your existential dread, and let's dive in. Let's start with the bad news. And by bad news, I mean careers that are basically already dead, but nobody's told them yet. Like that fish that's been sitting in your fridge for 2 weeks. It's over, Susan. First up, data entry clerks. I'm sorry, but if your entire job description is copy information from one place to another place, you've been doing a robot's job this whole time. AI doesn't even need coffee breaks. It doesn't need Karen from accounting to stop talking about her cat's birthday party. AI can process thousands of entries per second while simultaneously not caring about its purpose in life. It's perfect. The only reason this job still exists is because some companies are running on software from 1987 and refuse to upgrade. But the second they do, gone. Automated, replaced by a Python script named DataBot 3000 that doesn't even have health insurance and ain't that great. Next, telemarketers. Oh no, what a loss. However will we cope without strangers calling us about our car's extended warranty? AI doesn't just want this job. AI deserves this job. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants to talk to telemarketers, and telemarketers don't want to be telemarketers. It's a job built on mutual resentment. But in AI, it doesn't feel shame when you hang up. It doesn't go home and question its life choices. It just calls the next number, relentlessly, efficiently, without needing therapy. Plus, AI voices are getting so good now, you won't even know it's not human until it mispronounces your name in 3 different ways in the same sentence. Hello, Janet? 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 Now, customer service reps. This one's tricky because we've all dealt with those chatbots that make you want to throw your phone into the ocean. I understand you're having an issue. Can you describe your problem? My account is locked. Great, I can help with that. Are you having trouble logging in? Yes, that's what locked means. But here's the reality. Companies don't care if the chatbot is good. They care that it's cheap. A human customer service rep costs money, training, salary, benefits, that thing called dignity. An AI chatbot costs the price of a server and some code. Sure, the chatbot will infuriate customers 40% of the time. But companies have done the math, and apparently customer rage is a small price to pay for quarterly profits. So yeah, this job, endangered species. Copywriters. But specifically the ones writing generic product descriptions and basic blog posts. If your job is to write 10 tips for better sleep, or why our widgets are the best widgets, I have some news. ChatGPT can write that blog post in 8 seconds. Will it be inspired? No. Will it have soul? Absolutely not. Will it be good enough for some middle manager who just needs content to exist? Yes. And that's all that matters. Now, good copywriters, the ones writing campaigns that make you cry about insurance or crave a burger at 2 a.m., those jobs are safer because AI can't quite capture desperation mixed with hope the way a human who's had 3 existential crises this week can. But basic formulaic content? Dead. AI killed it, buried it, and is currently writing its obituary. Basic translators are next. And I say basic because nuanced literary translation still needs humans. But if you're translating instruction manuals or corporate emails, Google Translate has been coming for this job since 2006. Now it's gotten so good, it can maintain context across entire documents. Does it still make hilarious mistakes? Of course. But companies are willing to accept somewhat comprehensible if it saves money. The only thing keeping some translation jobs alive is that AI occasionally translates things in wildly inappropriate ways, like turning "I'm excited about this project" into "I am romantically aroused by this spreadsheet." Which, fair, some people are, but probably not in a professional context. Truck drivers. Now, before the comments section explodes, this one's still years away. Self-driving technology isn't perfect yet, but it's coming. Companies are very motivated to replace truck drivers because humans need sleep, breaks, and don't enjoy driving 12 hours straight while eating gas station hot dogs. Self-driving trucks don't complain. They don't unionize. They don't need bathrooms. Is this dystopian? Yes. Is it happening anyway? Also, yes. The good news is that this transition will be slow because of regulations, infrastructure, and the fact that self-driving trucks still occasionally mistake a white semi-trailer for the sky and try to drive under it. So there's time. Not a lot, but some. Retail checkout workers. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this one. Self-checkout lanes are everywhere, and yeah, they're annoying and always think you've got an unexpected item in the bagging area. But companies love them because one employee can monitor 6 self-checkout lanes instead of just running one register. It's efficiency, baby. Cold, heartless efficiency. Some stores still keep human cashiers because customers, especially older ones, hate the robots. But as soon as those customers get used to it, goodbye cashier positions, hello self-checkout attendant who watches you struggle. Here's a curveball: radiologists. Well, parts of radiology. AI is incredibly good at pattern recognition. And you know what radiology is? Pattern recognition. Does this blob look like cancer? Let me compare it to 10,000 other blobs. AI can analyze medical images faster and sometimes more accurately than humans. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't miss things because it's thinking about lunch. Now, radiologists aren't going extinct entirely. You still need humans to interpret results, talk to patients, and handle complex cases. But the job is changing. In the future, radiologists will be supervising AI, not replacing it. So if you're in med school thinking radiology is a safe, lucrative career, maybe have a backup plan. Just saying. Okay, enough doom. Let's talk about jobs that are AI-proof, jobs that require the beautiful mess that is human consciousness, jobs that make AI go, nope, you humans deal with that. Therapists. You know why AI will never replace therapists? Because therapy requires empathy, lived experience, and the ability to read between the lines when someone says, "I'm fine," in a voice that clearly means, "I am absolutely not fine." Sure, there are AI chatbots that offer mental health support. They can say nice things like, "That must be hard, and your feelings are valid." But can they pick up on the subtle shift in your tone that indicates you're spiraling? Can they sit with your pain without trying to fix it immediately? No, because AI doesn't get pain. It can simulate understanding, but it can't actually relate to the human experience of waking up at 3 a.m. wondering if you're wasting your life. Plus, imagine telling an AI about your childhood trauma and it responds with, "Have you tried turning yourself off and on again?" Hard pass. Teachers. Real good teachers. Not the ones who just play videos and call it a day. AI could definitely replace those, but teachers who inspire, adapt, and actually care about their students, irreplaceable. Here's what AI can't do. Look at a kid struggling with fractions and realize they're actually struggling because their parents are getting divorced and they can't focus. AI can deliver information, but it can't mentor. It can't notice when a student needs encouragement versus discipline. Education isn't just data transfer. If it was, we'd all watch YouTube videos and call it good. But humans need connection, motivation, and someone to believe in them when they don't believe in themselves. AI can be a tool for teachers, but it can't be the teacher. Because teaching is about relationships, and AI doesn't do relationships, it does transactions. Nurses and caregivers. You know what AI is terrible at? Physical touch, emotional support, and dealing with bodily fluids. Sure, robots can assist with some medical tasks. They can lift patients, deliver medication, monitor vitals. But caring for a sick, scared, vulnerable human, that takes a person. Nurses don't just administer treatment, they comfort, they advocate, they hold your hand when you're terrified before surgery. They know when something's wrong before the machines do because they've seen that look before. And caregivers for the elderly or disabled, that job is 90% emotional labor. Patience, compassion, dignity. AI can't provide dignity. It can barely provide a coherent conversation. So yeah, this job is safe because at the end of the day, humans want to be cared for by humans, not a robot that says, I detect your sadness levels are elevated. Creative directors and strategic creatives. Now, AI can make creative content. It can generate images, write scripts, compose music, but it can't do strategy. AI doesn't understand culture. It doesn't know why a particular ad would resonate right now versus 3 months ago. It can't read the room. It can't take a vague client request like, make it feel more purple, and somehow know exactly what that means. Creative strategy requires intuition, cultural awareness, and the ability to connect seemingly unrelated ideas. It requires being a weird human who's absorbed 30 years of life experience and can somehow turn that into a campaign for toilet paper. AI can assist, it can generate options, but it can't lead. Because creativity isn't just making stuff, it's making stuff that means something, and meaning is a human thing. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC technicians, carpenters. You know what these jobs have in common? They require physical dexterity, problem solving in unpredictable environments, and the ability to work in places that don't exist on a digital map. AI is great in controlled environments, factories, warehouses, places where everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. But crawling under a 100-year-old house to fix a pipe that shouldn't exist, according to any building code, that's human territory. Every job site is different. Every problem is unique. You need to adapt, improvise, and sometimes just rig something together with duct tape and prayer. Plus, good luck getting a robot to climb into an attic in July to fix your AC. That requires a level of self-sacrifice that only humans are dumb enough to accept. Lawyers. Specifically trial lawyers and negotiators. AI can do legal research. It can review documents faster than any human. But arguing a case in court, reading a jury, knowing when to push and when to back off in a negotiation, that's all human psychology. AI can analyze data, but it can't feel the energy in a room. It can't adjust its strategy based on a judge's facial expression. It can't make a moral argument that moves people. Law isn't just about knowing the rules. It's about persuasion, empathy, and sometimes pure theatrics. And AI is terrible at drama. Have you seen those AI-generated videos? They're unsettling, not compelling. So if you're a lawyer, relax. Your job is safe. At least the interesting parts of it. The document review stuff, yeah, That's gone. Entertainers, comedians, actors, musicians, basically anyone whose job is to make humans feel something through live performance. AI can generate music, it can write jokes, it can even create deep fake performances, but it can't command a stage, it can't improvise with an audience, it can't have a genuinely chaotic moment that becomes legendary. Entertainment is about connection. It's about a performer and an audience sharing a moment in time that will never happen exactly that way again. AI can't do spontaneity. It can't do presence. Plus, people don't go to concerts to hear perfect pitch. They go to see their favorite artists sweat, make mistakes, and be gloriously human. AI can't give us that. And honestly, thank God. And finally, clergy, spiritual leaders, counselors, people who guide others through life's biggest questions. You can't automate faith. You can't program enlightenment. You can't turn existential guidance into an algorithm. These roles require presence, wisdom, and the ability to sit with mystery. AI doesn't do mystery well. It wants clear answers, but life doesn't always have those. Whether it's a priest, rabbi, imam, or spiritual advisor, these are roles that exist because humans need other humans to help them navigate meaning. And AI doesn't understand meaning. It just understands patterns. So yeah, safe. All right, so what have we learned today? AI is coming for jobs that are repetitive, predictable, and don't require human connection. Basically, if a robot can do your job better than you, it will, because capitalism. But the jobs that require creativity, empathy, physical adaptability, and genuine human messiness, those are staying with us for now. Here's my advice. If your job can be reduced to a flowchart, start learning new skills. But if your job requires you to be weird, creative, empathetic, or adaptable in ways that can't be predicted, you're probably fine. The future isn't about competing with AI, it's about doing the things AI can't do. Being human, being messy, being unpredictable. And if AI does eventually take over everything, at least we'll have more time to pursue our true passions, like arguing with strangers on the internet and watching videos of cats doing stupid things. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remind yourself that you're more than your job. And remember, the more you know, the better you tech. So stick with it.